and there's audio, and the transition. We in here. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Kjol.
Not the night with little.
Season 3 of Longshot RPG. I'm Sir Feffers. I will be the DM for the night and hopefully the future nights. I create content. You can find my links with the command party links as well as everyone else here who are also amazing. What to say? Last we left off, Offbeat Outlaw's character, Ziller, blew up a grain silo.
It was an accident. It most explicitly wasn't, but that's the story I'm telling.
So the overall recap is that the party, I forgot to go live on TikTok, is that the party has been tasked, as well as a few other individuals, all of the named ones, the powerful beings that live with this Jarl, under this Jarl, have been tasked with finding out who has unified these three dark factions in Kjol. There's the Riders, the Burners, and the Alphas. Recently, we know a few things. First of all, winter is almost upon us, and in Kjol, that means everything's just gonna be buried in feet of snow, and really terrifying creatures come out and start roaming violently. Thank you, Offbeat Outlaw, for the host.
My 0 people.
And when winter comes, all of the villages empty, and they retreat into the various city-states of the various Jarls throughout the realm, of which you can find on the map that Yame created, our amazing moderator. Yame, if you could post that map in the Discord for me. I use a lot of the pictures and stuff like that in the game will be posted on the Discord, so if you want to head over there to see some of the visuals that I'll be encompassing. Also, any memes you post in there in the meme channel that is applicable to this segment might get posted on the Instagram. What else to say? So a lot of empty villages for the Burners to play with. Burners are a cult that serve Cthulhu and believe that they will one day melt all of Kjol, the frozen tundra, and just blanket this planet in water. The Goliaths have recently been almost completely wiped out in the high places by the Alphas specifically. And that is where I believe the party plans on sniffing around. They want to head up and go pass through the high places to the mines of Kjol that has also fallen along with the mines Jarl. A lot of interesting stuff. I'm going to pass it over to Taco, who's going to talk about himself and then talk about his character and then pass it to somebody else.
Hi, I'm Taco. I play Styx. He's a Firbolg wizard multi-class with just 2 toes dipped into fighter for an action surge. Styx is that's about all. You'll find out about him. But no, Styx is the intern, because I like to play college students for some reason. I think they're relatable.
It's very strange.
The intern of a court wizard who has a friendly rivalry with a witch who does most of his job. Other than that, yeah, most of Styx is being kept in the pocket at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, get him out of there. He's suffocating.
He's very big. I don't know how he
Getting
fits.
dusty.
You got some massive pockets.
Jake, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Critfail Jake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. Do mostly cosplay content there. I'm playing Outlaw, the Yuan-Ti Pure Blood. He's a sorcerer with a small dip into cleric. He is cold.
Thank you. Have a good night.
in more ways than one, and rumors of great power have reached him, and that is kind of why he has come to this frozen, frigid wasteland that is Kjol.
Oh my goodness, zebra.
So yeah, we'll see if those rumors are true or if it's just mere fantasy that he's chasing.
Goodness.
We'll pass it on to Luna.
Real quick before Luna starts off, thank you to that guy 774 for the tier 1 sub and Zebra for the 5 gifted subs, you absolute monster. All right, go ahead, Luna.
Hey, I'm Luna Wolf Spirit. I'm on TikTok and Instagram, mostly cosplay stuff. And I play Farron, and Farron is a variant human multi-class, mostly ranger, a little bit of fighter. And she's an outlander, so she kind of wanders and is a hired tracker and guide. And she's come to Kjol to answer the call for trackers and guides.
And got stuck with these lunatics.
Yes. She also has 7 dog sled huskies.
One of them's named Tokyo.
Yes. Tokyo is the
My
most
favorite.
important individual on this roster.
All right. Offbeat.
Hello, I am Offbeat Outlaw. You may know me as Offbeat Outlaw. I am playing Ziller O'Crack. Drumroll please. Wizard Blade Singer's level 6, Warlock level 3, Hexblade, and a fighter level 1. He is waiting to get that 2nd level fighter so that he can action surge as well, like all the cool kids are doing nowadays. Ziller O'Crack made a deal with a knife. Don't do that. It's probably a bad choice. And now here he is.
Just sitting there looking at the knife across the table. It's just stuck in the table, and you're like, listen, I've got a proposal.
That guy was a hard bargainer.
You can't have it. I won't. Okay. And now he's magic. He went to wizard school with sticks. He did interpretive dance, which is what blade singing apparently is.
I don't know why that bumps me so much. Thank you for the cheers, friends.
And now he's wandering with sticks, providing protection and just hanging out with his good buddy. You know, Sticks doesn't really need protection, but he just likes to think that way. Anyway, passing it off to just some goof.
Hey, I am Jared. I don't really have any social media, but I am playing a goblin named Zaz. He's mostly a barbarian, but he has a dip in rogue because what are solo class characters?
Useless, that's what.
He's took a pointed step away from goblin society because they like to eat babies, and he thought that was kind of stupid. So he left and wound up mixed in with this Jarl and wound up a named man's not the right word. Named one.
Yeah. All right. So the party has been given their magic items from the Jarl, aside from our ranger, Farron, who has already had her weapon that she managed to get from a dimension that is mostly Tempest and Storm. She is a Horizon Walker who is very interested in various portals to other dimensions. At the end of the ceremony of them getting their various magic items that the Jarl lends out to the party while they're on missions on his behalf, the court wizard, Osric, approached his apprentice, his intern, and expressed a desire to speak with him. And I believe that's where we shall pick up. Taco, Sticks, you wake up after a rather rough night. You almost just got one shot. First round of combat last episode. So you wake up feeling much more yourself. You kind of had to limp into bed, but now you're feeling significantly better. And you have some rituals to attend to.
I have the berries to collect. 'Cause 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 I
Okay.
I'm walking out of town.
You step out of town, the cold hitting you instantly as you cross that threshold of the opening of the cave, the opening of the mountain city's gate. You see nothing but flat, frozen ocean, and off to the east. Whoa! Oh, he startled me. Oh, thank you. Did someone? Yay! Someone turned on the moon. To the east, you have the ice mountains, jagged things known as the spine, and to the north, looming, you have the high places. Gosh, there wouldn't be any berries.
I know.
Okay.
That
It's
was
a euphemism.
that was a lie.
All right, cool. So you're out
Just in case anyone was gonna ask, we getting berries.
you're out in the flats.
Okay. What direction is the? We need to name it, man, because I'm gonna call it what we've been calling it. Where's the grass donut?
Oh, the grass donut. Thank you.
What direction?
Let's call it the Haven.
Okay.
The Haven is in the low places, far past the frost fogs.
So that would be southwest.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Southeast from you.
Okay. Yes, left. West is left. Southeast. So I'm going to Styx is gonna face southeast. Get down on his sit on his heels, and then put his spell book
Okay.
on the ground, and just do the think.
All right. So are you
Flavor wise, I should be manifesting, but I don't want to spend the slot.
maybe this should be a nightly ritual.
Maybe this should be a nightly ritual, but I've already stated it's going to be at the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get limited to one either way because I have to do it. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm going to manifest mind.
Okay. Well. Hang on. Talk like your character for a second.
This is
Styx. So,
hello again.
you have summoned me once again.
It is the morning.
I do miss the mornings. What will
They're
you do
cold around
today
here.
with your freedom in the cold that I miss?
It wasn't cold at home, but working. Have to go investigate more sites. Should be normal.
You have a busy day ahead of you. So let us get to it. Say what you did to me.
He looks down. He does not look at the ghost in the book. He looks down and just kind of quietly goes, I was the one who got to live.
And I was the one to fall. Brother, I do not forgive you.
I know. And he closes the book.
And he disappears.
I walk back into town.
kind of shaky. You can feel kind of that vibrating tenseness in your chest as you kind of turn and walk back towards the city.
Gonna go talk to my boss.
All right.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Let's see.
Before we move on, someone redeemed a D20 of health.
Ooh, all right. Is it rando or is it?
It is
anybody?
rando.
It is rando. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll a d6, as appearing on my screen. So I would be 2, and that's a 4, which means Luna, you have an extra d20 of health to use in the future. So what it is someone has used the channel points, if I'm using that word correctly, and you have been chosen. And at any point in time tonight, you can be like, I'm going to roll this d20, and you get that many hit points back. Okay. So you step in through the city, looking about. People are still very on edge because of the supposed burners that have infiltrated the city. Already there's talk of who might actually be a burner, who has been here for not so long, especially with all of the influx of villagers from outside. Any one of these people trying to find safety within the city for the winter could be suspect, and there is a tension building. You pass into the nicer regions, kind of going up steps, and you come into the courtyard of ice. The keep is the only building made of this magical safeguarded ice, woven by the witch. Next to it, accessible through the courtyard, is a wizard's tower. It faintly glows with a shimmering iridescent hue. As you step in, as you cross the threshold, you hit this barrier that, and then you pass through it. Suddenly it's warm. And all about you are little floating crystals. Some made to hold books, and you can see various other servants that belong to Osiric, kind of scurrying about doing their thing, and you slowly wind your way up the long spiral staircase. It's only about 2 floors, the second floor being a library, and then just this really long open spiral staircase. And as you're making your trek up there, you hear a boom of a voice. Well, you certainly took your time. He's still going up the staircase. Eventually, there is this cut gem of a crystal, roughly in the kind of cartoonish shape of a diamond, and that it's flat on the top of it, kind of sitting at the top, rotating slowly. It is a incandescent pink, and you kind of step onto it, and the wizard has this very large book that is floating, and he's writing in it, and he seems to be looking up at things he can't see, that you can't see, and writing new things. Eventually he flicks his wrist, or he flicks the quill, and it closes with a boom, and he turns and goes, so you've thrown in. This will be an interesting test for you.
Yes.
I assume you've been dragging along that blade singer of yours, that dead weight, that fluke.
The bag makes the groups. It is entirely chance. I have no hand in this.
You truly believe that? You have much to learn about the shape of the world. Regardless, you have done well. And he kind of takes a moment. I do not mean to be harsh.
Did the witch spit in your coffee?
The witch has spat on my life. Dishonoring my claims, my authority. And he looks like he's about to go off on a tangent and goes, we have things to speak of. First and foremost, he hands you a sending stone. You will be able to communicate with me. If the time arises, please do not abuse this. If you do, I will simply chuck the thing into the ocean. Secondly, as you know, Twicehewn has a vast interest, as do all the Jarls, in collecting magic items that is found along the way. I would like you, if you are able, to bring any additional magic items you find to me. And keep it out of the clutch of that witch. He seems hesitant to talk about the next subject and kind of just puts his hands behind his back and kind of looks at you expectingly.
Is he wanting me to?
He's looking for you to
What?
say something. He's hesitant to talk about the next thing, and so he's kind of just chilling.
I swear.
He's kind of
Wizards.
got that far off look, like he's really trying to strike this deep pose when he's actually just reluctant to talk about the next thing he needs to talk about.
Well, familiar got your tongue or something? This is all standard. I go out and do stuff. This is like my job.
Your job, do not
So what?
forget, is here. You are a tool of mine until you graduate.
I booed the witch for you yesterday.
You did. You did. And I've given you a sending stone.
This
Don't
is true.
make it regret it. So. We need to speak of true ice. True ice is something you have heard about in kids' stories, and vaguely heard whisperings about in various books you have read. Make a history check.
Alrighty. Hey, oh no. Slept through that class.
What'd you get?
2 plus 9, 11.
Okay. That's not so bad. You look back and you think about how you really have not heard anything, and you've gone all the way through the Wizards College, the Arcana. And him mentioning it seems out of place. Thank you for the follow, Ziggy. We have spent a great deal of time pruning the information of True Ice from known lore and public libraries. We were never able to fully get rid of it. It is used in a few plays and in a few lullabies and the like, but the wizards before me purged actual information of True Ice, and I have been hesitant to tell you of this, but I foresee trouble on the horizon. I gaze into the northern lights and well, I had an apprentice, well, a student, that I had adopted myself.
You had a kid.
Yes, I had a kid.
Dad.
And, yeah. And I dare say I taught him things that should not have been taught him at the young age he was at. He was an absolute hothead. He was a prodigy. And he got into my private library. Well, I allowed him into my private library thinking he would grow into wisdom and not merely intelligence, but I was wrong. And he discovered True Ice and began testing with it. And began... I stopped him, and which only made him go into secrecy about his experimentations, and one day he was not himself anymore. His name was Ghost. And he hates me.
Yeah, you named him
Oh.
Ghost.
Yes. This is a hard name for me to say in this voice.
Ghost, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, it ain't happening, Chief.
He... Yes. I am concerned for you and your safety because of him, to say the least. Attacking you would be a way to get to me. He cannot enter my tower, and he certainly would not be able to enter the city with his appearance.
Whoa. What?
He does not look humanoid anymore.
Looks itself.
That is all. Any questions you have for me?
A lot. I do not think you will answer any of them. But,
might.
Oh.
I do
Sounds
want
like a
you to
university prof.
succeed, boy. Looks up at you.
Looks down. No, I think I'm good. Oh, wait. No, personal question.
Go on.
It's not like about you, the little one. But, you know I speak slow, not a lot.
Yes.
Why do you wait for me to ask you questions? Just tell me.
I need to see into your mind. I want to know what is going on in that facade of fur and
The
stoicism.
fur is not fake.
Stoicism, this
Okay.
brooding front you put up with your past. He trails off.
But,
We all have skeletons in the closet.
you have a kid in the closet. I should not have said this.
He kind of stiffens with anger. Get out.
Wait. Actually, one work-related question. Just one. Oh God, I'm in trouble.
I'm trying so hard to keep my composure.
Okay, I promise it's serious. Why the censorship? This feels very anti-pursuit of knowledge.
I would lie and tell you it's not my place to teach you, but it is in fact one of the final things I am to tell you of. But for the censorship, true ice should not be known to the people. Not everyone should have access. They should go through checkpoints so that we can see who could be responsible enough to wield it.
He's a communist.
It's for the good of Kjol that not just any warlock or sorcerer could have access to this thing.
Fair.
He kind of gets
I
lost
feel-
in thought.
Well, I start slowly backstepping awkwardly out of the room. Just gonna let him trail off.
Okay, you take your leave as he kind of continues to look out his window.
Oh
And,
God, that went terribly. Oh no.
Does Styx have hooves?
No.
Just imagine.
All right, you make your way down.
Yeah,
Down
I'm
the
gonna go meet up with
steps.
the group. Oh, this was an awkward business meeting. Or am I gonna call HR?
All right. The party is gathering at the inn, gathering supplies and the like. The Frost Hop is a bustle with named ones and other such people, as well as travelers coming in from the villages. Let's say you're outside the inn, having just stocked up for provisions, and off to one side, next to a window, and you see Sticks. You see all the dogs before you see the party, and you kind of and Tokyo and the one other dog would go as
I am down petting the dogs.
Farron, you look over at, you were discussing the route north into the high places, and then you look over and you see Sticks has just got two of your pups and he's just
Oh, Sticks.
Hello.
How was your meeting this morning?
Oh, it went great.
Were you getting some berries?
No, I went to meet with Osric,
Oh, what did he say?
the old boss.
What did he say?
Something. I have a kid, but
You have a kid?
no.
I didn't know you were like that in college.
not
Damn,
me.
Sticks.
No.
Should let me know.
what a terrible father.
No, I don't have one of those. But yeah, just logistic things. Wear your mittens.
Understandable. I'm just gonna believe Taco up front. I don't think Zilla has the presence of mind to think anyone would hide information from him.
Half of that is like Sticks not wanting to tell you about the ice thing, but the other half is I completely forgot everything that wasn't ice or the child, or like the secret kid. So
You
I
have
don't
the
know what to
sending
lie to you
stone.
about. Oh, I got these rock. Look, it's like walkie. Oh wait, we don't have those. Yeah,
It's wacky.
It is Rocky Talkie.
I don't know why they call them sending stones. They're just walkie-talkie.
Oh, oh, can I try it?
Oh no, I shouldn't.
You just hear a cracking sound. It is hurled from the tower through the mountain
No, we
into
didn't.
the ocean.
We didn't do it.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
wait, Sticks, think about it. If
Okay.
I wanna, who's on the other end of the sending stone? Okay.
It is Osric.
Can I ask him a question?
What is the question?
I would like to ask him if his refrigerator is running.
Oh, that is an oldie but a goodie.
I pick up the sending stone,
Okay.
give it a shake. I go, hello? Hello?
You hear. Yes.
I have a question for you, Osric. This is Ziller, by the way.
Crickets.
Is your refrigerator running?
My refrigerator, my ice chest, my ice box.
Yeah. Is it running?
I suppose it is.
Then you better go catch it.
Goddamn! Oh.
Anyway, I miss talking to you, Osric. Have a good
Oh
day.
no, he took it out of my hand.
I'm in pain.
We can never do this again.
It's okay. I was also just genuinely curious, you know.
Okay.
That's my day done.
Uh,
I think Thude's happy with that one.
What's the rest of you doing?
But it's still early morning, right?
Yes.
Imagine
Yes.
I'm eating food.
You have done so.
Something
You have gotten your provisions and you have eaten.
Zaz will be just like leaning against the wall that's nearby, just like
Okay.
picking his teeth clean,
Okay. Cool.
watching the chaos.
Erin's just reining in her dogs and talking about the trail they're gonna take.
Okay. So, to the party, Farron begins discussing how they will pass up into the northern reaches where there is a village, and from there they will begin the trek into the high places. The high places being one of the most dangerous places of Kjol, is only almost no one would in their right mind go into the high places, especially not without a Goliath to kind of vouch for them. That said, Farron has experience with the high places. She is, one of the few.
What was the clue that like led us toward the high places again?
The party wants to go investigate the mines. And to do so, they can go all the way across Kjol, go up through the pass of the shelf, and then all the way back across Kjol, or they could just go up into the high places and over to the mines.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you go from a multi-week journey to, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, anything else the party wants to do before they head out?
Nah.
I think we're ready.
Okay. And so the party begins their journey, heading across the open, frozen ocean towards the high places.
The Froshin, if you will.
The Froshin, yes, thank you. Sunny, cold, windy. A lot of this wind coming in from the coast doesn't make it past the spine into the low places. But here, you can still hear the whistling of the crispy air. Because the party is on foot, Farron does have to kind of go a little slower on her sled than usual, but her dogs and she has to kind of keep rein on her dogs a bit. There is a single tense moment over the next 9 hours that passes. A newfound respect for the deep creatures that swim along the ocean. You see one glowing almost with a luminescence kind of move past under the ice. Whether it's the same one or not, you're unaware, but it is gargantuan to say the least. And as always, this ice is so thick that you are not likely in any danger. There has never been any attacks or anything like that. But after last night's experience, there is a newfound respect.
Gonna ask the party, what do you guys suppose those giant things eat under there? Is there fish? Is there an ecosystem?
Probably each other.
But the ecology is just surprising. If there's more than one of them in there, surely they must be battling for territory.
It
No,
is a big ocean.
I had a beta fish once in college, and it killed my other beta fish I had. It's basically the same thing, right?
You were heartbroken.
It took me so long to recover. Eventually, I threw the other one out too because he was such an asshole.
He was a murderer.
Flush them together. Speaking of, the Arcana, the College of Magic, is on the westernmost side of the wound up on the shelf. Can be found kind of dug into those mountainsides. And after coming out of the high place on the eastern end, it is possible for you guys to head that way if you wanted to. Regardless, 9 hours pass, and kind of midday, you get to the pass, where you find 5 elves spearing this large primordial slug-like creature, ice kind of growing out of its back, and crystals kind of forming around its face. It's a large-sized creature, and it appears that one more elf is encased in one of the crystals in its back, and not moving. Sorry, these are crystals, not ice. And they're doing everything to kind of harry the thing, but it doesn't seem too concerned. Just kind of trundling on its way, and every now and then, like darting at it. It's a large, one universal lip thing, kind of trying to swallow another one of them, and they kind of back up and they start jabbing at it again with their spear.
I'm gonna call out to them like, "You bit off more than you can chew."
They look over.
I elbow Ziller.
Hey, help us!
What do you guys say? Wanna help him out, or you wanna watch?
Please!
Help them out.
I'm walking over there.
Okay, you walk over, and it's just,
I'm
it's
gonna
gotten to
help too.
one side of a mountain and starts like,
Really have to.
Do you suppose an Eldritch Blast will ricochet, or do you think it's gonna do some work?
There's only one way to find out.
All right. I'm going to cast Hex on it as my bonus action,
okay,
and then I'm going to strike it with my Hex Blade,
okay, roll to hit.
and then I'm gonna hopefully follow it up with 2 Eldritch Blasts. That is a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Dope.
I know, shocker.
Okay, so that is going to deal 13 plus, that deals 18 damage,
Okay.
3 of which is necrotic, if that matters.
Yeah, what's the rest of the damage?
Magical slashing.
Oh, okay. So this seems to be the first thing that actually wounds it. And it kind of goes, turns towards you and goes, in challenge.
Challenge back, in the form of Eldritch Blast. 2 beams.
Okay.
Ooh, crispy. That is a 24 and a 27 to hit.
Both hit.
Dope. Suck on this. 12 plus 16.
I guess I'll switch over to the combat music.
That is 31 damage.
Never mind, it is not doing great at all. Yeah, I'll still switch over to the combat music. So, how much damage total is that, buddy?
So, the first attack was 17, and then the next one was 31. So in total, that would be 48 damage.
Okay. All right, thank you. Let's roll for initiative. And the party is relatively able to ascertain that regular damage does not affect this thing. It's probably why this thing is able to live in the wild, being so slow.
19 for me.
It's got such a negative dex modifier. 19 for
He's very
Jake.
slow.
Yeah.
19 for me.
Okay.
I'll put in the...
I imagine your dex is higher than mine.
Oh no, I just rolled really well. I have a +1 to dex.
Oh.
Oh. All right. Wow.
That's that 13 just so I can multi-class on a fighter.
Right.
Okay. And what else we got?
20 for me.
Okay, Zaz coming in. Sticks? Farron?
9.
I also have 19.
And what's
All right,
your
I
dex,
know your dex is
Farron?
higher than mine.
All right. All right, so Zaz is up first.
Well, I think I will pull out a longbow and take a pot shot at it.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Well, hit number 1 is an 11.
Does not hit.
Yeah. Let's try again. With a 26.
26 hits.
Cool. That would be 11 piercing damage.
The non-magical damage has no effect on it.
I mean, gotta try.
Yeah, you watch it.
I got nothing else.
You watch it kind of. It just gets stuck in his thick skin. Farron. Or sorry, Zaz, are you done with your turn?
Yes.
Okay, Farron.
How close is it to us?
Maybe 50 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna start towards it. 20 feet, and she's gonna use planar warrior and draw her bow.
Okay. A
And-
shimmering, iridescent form of you kind of staggered a little bit, like an after image almost, appears next to you, following your exact motion.
I got 14 to hit.
14 hits.
And then 5 damage from my bow.
What kind of damage?
Where's it? Crap. Piercing.
Okay.
You add
And
your
then-
modifier to that?
I did.
Okay.
I rolled really low.
Sad.
And then with the planar warrior, I get it's 7 force damage.
7 force damage. Okay. And is anything about that a magical attack? The force damage.
The force damages.
Okay. Then 7 damage. All right. That's your first attack.
I'll just fire again.
Okay. Shoot your shot.
Four.
Does not hit. All right. Which brings us to Arthalos.
How far away is it?
50 feet.
All right.
Assassin's Creed music or Witcher?
Witcher.
Sure.
Witcher.
What? YouTube? I don't know what you're talking about.
The
What are you gonna
algorithm
do,
is like, I
YouTube?
knew it.
the dude who's just forced to watch through hours upon hours of D&D re-uploads to YouTube. He's like, what's that? Copyright? Not in my house.
Yeah, I'll run up 20 feet.
Okay.
And then I will... There's an elf on its back, right?
There's an elf crystallized within one of the crystals that's like forming out of its back.
Like, clearly dead elf, or...
Frozen in crystal, so most likely.
Okay. Anything else around it?
The 5 elves that are trying to spear it.
sorry. This is first time playing an evil character, and I'm just like,
Don't
more
just murder
efficient-
the elves.
It's
Don't
more-
murder the elf.
It's
He's-
efficient to cast fireball.
I'm like right up to it, dude. No.
What?
I'm like right beside it. No.
I mean, I can sculpt the spell around you.
You have careful spell?
I do.
Don't kill the elves. We're helping them. We'll like hold them up afterwards. We'll be like, give us money.
Fine.
Thank you. Good boy.
No, I'm evil. I'm
Good
evil boy.
Evil boy. Yes.
Doing evil
All right.
things.
We'll do some mafia style insurance afterwards. Be like, if you don't want this to happen again, give us money.
I think it's. I'll figure that out later. So I'll just cast fireball with careful spell,
Okay.
protecting the allies.
The fireball roils out from you. Yeah. There's a -3 to its dex. that's an 8.
Are we walking on a sheet of ice above an
Incredibly
lake?
With a fireball.
The explosion of a grain silo managed to bottom out the ice, but that was about it. And that
But-
was
and that-
already much dug into the ice for the
And grain
storage.
silos are pretty explosive.
Yeah.
So.
Hmm. 27 fire damage.
27 fire damage. It keels over and curls up and perishes.
Yay!
Cool.
Did we cook the guy in the crystal?
The crystal looks cracked, but not broken up into pieces. They immediately start cutting it out of the slug that is now crispy, and it looks like it's hurting them. And they start wrapping their cloaks around their hands and trying to carve the thing out. One of them, an older lady, kind of spear in hand, kind of. Thank you so much for your help.
That's most excellent. I do believe that we are named ones, and we are running a little bit low on supplies. We could really do with a little bit of a restock, if that's okay.
She hands each of you a candied bacon.
Ziller is happy with this.
Bacon is
They are
bacon.
my favorite.
She approaches. Oh, go ahead, Jake. Were you doing something?
Just looks at it like, that's it.
I
I use
like
sorcery points for this.
I cheers your bacon and be like, this is good stuff, man.
This
It
crystal
is very
starts
good
reluctantly.
candied bacon.
Despite his disdain, he's also eating it because it is bacon, but he's just grudgingly enjoying it.
Not just any bacon. This is candied bacon. It's the complex flavors of umami mixed with the sweetness of candy.
Yeah.
Approaching the goblin, the granny, roughly your size, being so hunched. Ooh, by the way, she was able to hold her spear. Like, she was fighting with it. But now she's like... kind of awkwardly hands you a candied bacon.
I give her a reassuring look and go,
Hands,
I'll just take it normally. That much. Eh. And it just disappears immediately into my mouth. Maybe I'll sniff it once and then just.
She gives one pat to Tokyo before turning and slowly hobbling back to the slug. And so they now have a makeshift raft, more of a sleigh, with all of their cloaks and backpack straps and stuff like that. And two of them are just, they've just got the crystal on it, and they just start hauling their way to Twiceun's keep, Mountain City, to attempt to save their companion.
I'm going to change my hex blade into a pickaxe, and I want to break off some chunks of the crystal from the snail.
Careful with that now, one of them says. Make a strength check.
Can I not use? Since I'm attacking, could I not use my charisma, or must I use strength?
Can you dance it?
Well, like, I attack using my charisma bonus when I swing my sword. As it is a hexblade.
The hexblade does make it charisma.
Okay. Yes.
Bless. You are a kind and benevolent DM.
Remember you said that.
Okay. 19.
19. You crunch it down in there, narrowly avoiding actually hitting the elf trapped within, and this like bad smell starts being given off.
Is this
Oh, like
crystallized sulfur?
Are you continuing?
I'm just gonna take a chunk with me. That's it.
Okay, you break off a good bit, roughly football sized. It hurts to touch it.
I'm gonna like put on a glove.
Okay.
I bring this to Sticks. I'm like, hey, were you good in chemistry?
I feel like I'm going to have to find that out.
Put on a glove. You don't want to touch this stuff.
I put my cloak between my hand and it. Can I roll something to figure out what?
Nature check.
Woo! Should have given it to the ranger. 9. I'll look at him and be like, eat the crystal.
You're a genius.
I know. Baron, what do you make of this?
Aaron comes over and looks at it.
Make a
Can I
nature check.
also nature check?
Your pappy once
just-
told you about these creatures. Go ahead.
I just rolled a nat 20, so
Ooh, okay.
It's rock candy.
You're like, oh yeah. So, and everyone's like, what? This is the excess water and sugar that the and salt that the strange primordial slug creature has leached from everything it has eaten. And that should be known, because if they just crack that bad boy open, that elf is going to come out with no liquid in him. All his blood completely just coagulated, and his eyes very squished. No juice in the elf, as well as salt and sugars, which are also very important, but he's essentially mummified in there, and that should be noted.
So, like, I'm just saying, outside of until you said blood, it was sounding an awful lot like rock candy.
Same. Yeah, that's exactly what was going through my mind.
We could.
I mean, the blood doesn't deter me anyway.
Blood never bothered me anyway. There's your one frozen joke for the night.
There it is. I give them one per episode. I give
Hey,
them
me and
one
Luna and
Frozen
Offbeat
reference.
haven't even gotten there yet.
I
That's
said
the home
you
table.
all get one, implying there's just the one.
Alright, well, we're planning for the future. Next episode.
We're putting them in their savings account.
So Jared has hopefully reminded me that Twice Hewn City is called Ice Holmes. And the party of elves quickly scurries towards Iceholm. And continue to be dots with Iceholm looming a lone, jagged mountain on the frozen ocean.
The Frozen.
We're tame today too.
So, without further ado, the party begins trekking up into the high places, weaving around certain mountains, so moving steadily upwards. A couple more hours pass, and Tokyo. Farron looks and sees what Tokyo has smelt. There is a plume of smoke around the corner, and as the party kind of rounds it, they see a small village. The largest building being, it's kind of a valley, if you will, if you didn't have to go up to it. The largest building being a very old ship that has been flipped upside down and kind of repurposed into a building. Other lean-tos against various mountains, and a few stone buildings as well. And behind the valley is this stairway that starts to go up into the high places. Yeah, so it is early evening at this point.
Offbeat, quick question. Do I know about Thude the stabby dude?
I've like mentioned him to you. I haven't told you specifics. I've been like, hey, my powers aren't exactly like, I'm not exactly a traditional spellcaster. This
Okay.
sword is what's giving me my power, and like it's semi-sentient.
So I like wouldn't be suspecting you of blowing up a grain silo or have a reason to go, hey, these guys are basically already monkey, don't blow them up.
Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily
Okay.
be like, hey, don't explode.
Got you.
know? Yeah.
Okay.
You do know that accidents
That's not the
happen
sound
around
I
me,
wanted.
though.
Sounds like my place.
Yeah, nope.
How much time passed after the snail?
Good chunk of hours. It's now early evening.
So would you say I would have gotten a short rest?
You've been walking hard. You've been
Okay.
basically hiking uphill. That's something for as long as you're in the high places, of which we're just starting to get to. That's going to be something you're going to have to like stop and do, because you're
Okay,
basically
just
just
wondering.
uphilling it right now.
I was wondering if like got some time to like stay on the dog sled or something.
No, but this
okay.
village does provoke an opportunity. I mean, you could ask her. You could ask Farron if you wanted to use the sled.
I'll do that next time. I felt a little embarrassed after last night, especially after Styx was like, "I am now sleeping with your dogs."
Are we gonna talk about
College
that? Or we're
roommate,
just gonna- make some perception checks, party, as you kind of see the town proper. Start walking into the clearing. The snow and ice kind of crunching under your feet.
12.
23.
Okay,
11.
11,
Seven.
Also 23.
23. What was that, Jake?
Nice.
7. Okay. So Zaz, always once he's out of the official protection of Iceholm, you know, he's always every time he goes into a peopled place, he kind of gets the vibe of the place, and you know, just to see if there's going to be trouble. And Farron, always with their head on the swivel, does also note the kind of intensity of the people around them. They're all kind of grouped up outside the longhouse, kind of piled together. You see shoulders kind of hunched, people looking around. People seem worried. Kids are being not allowed to approach. And the party is at first unnoticed. There is one Goliath standing amidst all the other medium-sized creatures just hulking over him. She has long tied back braids, dreads, kind of tied into a tight bun, barrel chested, just very moving people out of the way in a proprietary sense. And she looks tired. Everyone seems very tired. Dark circles under everyone's eyes. Stress situation for sure.
I don't want to know what's going on, but I'm not gonna be the one to ask.
Oh, you want me to ask a question?
Obvious reasons. Maybe not you either.
Oh boy. I don't know if I want to do this. I really don't want Stiller to do it though.
Hey, I could be diplomatic. It's okay. I was on the debate team. I was
All
like,
right. You're
I
on the
was
debate
decent.
team. Go for it. Go for
Okay.
it.
I'm going to like crack my neck, and I'm just going to be like, and pretend to be I'm just gonna like, instead of his usual boisterous self, he's going to walk up very calmly to the commotion and be like, excuse me, I hate to be a bother, but what exactly is happening right now?
A middle-aged gentleman looks over his shoulder, up downs you, and kind of turns towards you and goes, "Bad business."
Bad business?
Bad
What kind of
business.
business?
Well, the town has been suffering from something. We've been picked off one by one every night for the past couple of nights. We suspect vampirism of some kind. Not sure, though. There's a couple of different things that oppose my theory, but they keep going for the throat and sucking them dry, so my money's on vampire.
Ziller holds in like he is biting his tongue after suck 'em dry, but he maintains eye contact. Well, that's certainly
Again,
troubling.
weathered, old, strong, four-armed man, heavy labor.
Very dry man.
Mhm.
Very, very dry individual. Dark circles. Bad business.
That's most troubling. I'm actually here with a party of individuals. You see, we are named ones. We are.
Oh! he,
Oh,
he grabs a hold of you. You can help us. You can this man can help us. And everyone. And right, what's this then? And you just the Goliath kind of shoulders her way through. How you doing?
I'm doing just dandy. Me and my party have
Large hand.
arrived. Ziller accepts the large hand and is shaken by the hand. My party here, we have been sent by Twice Hewn to investigate relative I guess you could say nuisances in the area, potentially investigating the burners, the alphas, and another group.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you mention of the burners and the alphas and stuff like that, she kind of looks around, and you see all the tense eyes go kind of wide, and they all start kind of looking around a bit, stress coming to a higher level. Why don't ya come inside and get some of that cold off your back? Are you alone?
Yes, please.
No, we have.
oh,
I've got a
walk
party
out
just
next to him,
for.
like, warm. Yes.
Yeah, just
Hello.
right. Okay. Oh, looks at the Fearbog and goes, and then turns around and just barrels inside. Turns around, looks at the crowd, and goes, "Get out! Get back to it! Everything's gonna be fine. Come on." Turns around and goes into the longhouse.
I lean into Styx's ears and I go, "Told
If
I
you
did
say,
it."
if you say one word in there,
I'll say many words.
oh no.
So Fearbogs are essentially a lot
Giant
like
kin.
Goliaths, but they are the elvish take on the interspecies of giant and elf.
It's the remix. That joke was so bad.
The party kind of makes their way in. All of the dogs kind of coming in and then sniffing at everything and kind of spreading out. There's a few. There's just one dude just passed out drunk, in one corner by the fire. But for the most part, aside from, there are various soldiers from Twice Hewn that are here as well. The captain of the guard is a younger man. And they all seem to be very focused, pointedly, not looking at a particular room, aside from the captain of the guard, who you can see his back. You can tell by the armor that this is one of the captains. Probably the only armed man in charge in this town, because this village, frankly, is pretty close to Iceholm, and can be reinforced quickly, and so less forces here in this tiny little town, because what idiot would go up into the high places, and the Goliaths would come down to trade and stuff like that, but for the most part this is just kind of a waypoint if you get caught out too late before being able to make that last trek towards Iceholm.
I will make note that my hood is pretty low at this point.
Okay.
The vampire. He's there.
So small.
I didn't think it'd be so little.
I'll allow that. The auto mod blocked the word "your" for some reason. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Okay. Again, the very large, the Goliath lady kind of lumbers past the fire, casually tosses a few logs into the hearth, peers into the room, shakes her head, and goes behind the bar, just starts cleaning things down angrily. Large hall. Empty, quiet. Maybe 10 guards inside, all kind of trying to look big and everyone's totally safe,
It's the Goliath cleaning?
Yeah. She seems proprietary, like she owns this tavern. Also an inn.
Oh, beds.
I'm going to go up to her as she angrily cleans and be like, okay, so what is we heard that gentleman outside, he informed me of a vampire?
You didn't make fun of his voice, did you?
No, of course. Why not?
Good.
Why would I do that?
He was kicked in the balls by a horse when he was a child. Stuck like that. Hard stares him.
Did you try kicking them back out?
Oh, that's funny. She kind of turns over and brings out some food. You're funny, I like you. And
Thanks,
you big lad. What's your
boy.
story?
I exist.
Why do you have a child with you? Looks down at the goblin. Hands the goblin a small cup of soup.
This is my son.
Don't spill it. Looks over at Farron and goes, "Oh, one of the rangers. Well met." Does kind of and also kind of lingers on the snake eyes of Arthalos, and doesn't mention them.
I'm just gonna lean into her and say, he has an eye condition. He can't roll anything but ones.
A horse kicked him in the eyes.
She roars with laughter and then goes and the captain of the guard goes and goes back to, she goes so
He just he'll just turn, but he'll like be forcing one eye to look in a different direction, so it just looks like
can actually do that.
yeah, I can't actually do it, but
it hurts my brain a
can,
little.
so.
But she kind of sword. People be dying here. People be found in the night. I was taking precautions. I put salt on the threshold of every door, and I tempted to read a blessing of the saints and all that to kind of make sure that I was safe, but one of the
Can I roll to
travelers.
see if the salt thing's like
You know it to be crap.
Okay,
It's just,
cool. Okay.
what she's saying is small town
Gotcha.
nonsense. What's the word I'm looking for?
Pseudoscience.
Yes.
Baba
Superst-
Ganoush
Superstitious.
I
Yeah,
don't
very
buy into that
superstitious.
pseudoscience. You see, I believe in magic.
in dancing.
Yeah, the magic of dance is universal.
Oh,
Now
you're
shut
a
your mouth, Sticks.
dancer.
Uh,
You must be
That
light
one,
on your
not
feet.
me.
I'm quite light on my feet.
Don't be getting in no trouble here.
I plan not to. However, I do believe that these vampire cases, they don't. I'm not ruling out vampires, but considering the information that we have received from Twiceune, I'm suspecting the alphas are behind these attacks.
Wait,
You mentioned all three now.
All three have recently been active.
the
they've-
burners attacked the city.
Yes.
Blew up a grain silo.
That was quite tragic. Released a giant lizard.
We killed the lizard.
Almost.
Look at
The
you.
lizard's a
Kind of.
coward.
She looks over at the ranger. Truth? She trusts Outlanders more than city folk.
Ziller's a
Wanted-
charlatan.
She wanted to.
Well, I'm impressed. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I'll wipe some soup on my gauntlets of ogre power or whatever.
She does a double take at the gauntlets and goes,
There any bodies left?
"Oh,
He's a very
I'm not
mature
facing her,
child.
by the way. I'm like looking. I'm pointed away.
She mumbles an apology in halfling. And then she
Sure,
goes,
sure.
well, we've been shipping them off to the Jarl for information and cries for help. But this morning we did find a body. Well, it took a while for us to find it, actually. You know, we don't just barge into our customers' places if they don't come out early in the morning, but eventually he needed to pay for the stay for the night, but after opening the door, it was a bit of a mess. He's still there if you want to do some investigating.
You said it was one of the rooms in the inn.
She nods her head at where the captain of the guard is.
In Giant, I want to ask, are you familiar with the crystal slugs?
She responds in giant. I haven't had much of a problem with them. They move pretty slowly, as I understand. They don't tend to come near civilization, as if you can call this civilization.
My ranger friend, she says they suck all the fluids out of the people.
That they do. You can fetch those crystals for a hefty price to certain mages that would be able, and scientists that will break them down for their various minerals. Those are affected by magic after a while. That's why they're cold to the touch, as it were. You might get a hefty price for it. Hell, if you got any, I might buy some from you.
Offbeat, what languages do you speak?
Elvish and Common.
Shoot my shot in Elvish, but someone's gonna speak it. We can sell that rock you took from the slug.
I go money.
Yeah.
I count out my verbs and my fingers as I try to speak for the right conjugations.
All right, I'm gonna switch back to common.
I like underneath my cloak, I like reveal it to the Goliath, and I go,
Oh,
"Would you like it?"
would you like it? You want?
You want a bite?
She goes,
in a minute.
I'm afraid I don't have the means. Enough coin to give you a fair trade.
Okay. I slide it back into my pocket. I go, well, we'll probably be staying here for the night anyway. I don't see any reason why we'd want to move on. It seems as though there could be information about our quest, so 5 rooms?
Doable. That'll be... Oh, I don't have my thing with me.
Let's go look at the body.
That'll be, let's say 30 silver each.
Okay.
No, Styx doesn't do that. That's not a move he would do. He's
I'll
not
put-
that cheap.
35 silver and the empty soup bowl onto the counter.
She feels bad for thinking you were a child and gives you another bowl of soup. Halfling's appetites.
Right.
And she looks over to the ranger and goes, "Tell you what, if you manage to bring in some game, you can stay for free, and your pups."
Right.
Pull out 2 berries after hearing that.
She looks down at the berries and goes,
They're very good. I eat the other berry. Oh!
"Thought I liked you. You trying
I
to
thought I
weasel out
liked
of
you."
payment?"
No, I thought you would enjoy my berries.
"I would not enjoy your berries, I think."
This is progressing in a direction I'm uncomfortable with. I'm gonna go look at the dead guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna assist in the dead guy looking.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
All right. Can't hear you, Jake. The face.
I throw my money on the counter and then I follow.
Okay. Farron?
Aaron is. Oh, she needs to go hunting to stay, but
Yeah, you got a few hours.
okay, so she's gonna go help with the dead body.
Okay.
and
Either way.
then-
Okay. The body. A body has been discovered.
Mop it up.
Gross.
Alright. The slugs are involved somehow. I have no idea how.
I don't think they are.
Was one of the factions getting involved in vampire stuff?
I don't
Not
think
to your
it's
knowledge.
vampires. Well, if there's a lot of blood, then it's not vampires, because vampires would drink it.
Yeah, but they said they were siphoned dry.
So, what you see is gory.
Oh.
Oppas.
A merchant of some kind in what was pretty nice clothing has his entire throat has just been ripped out. You can see the spine behind it, and it appears, you can see from the teeth marks that whatever it was just latched on and just started slurping up all his blood. He's frozen in a visceral pain, whatever. It looks like he was held down. You can see various claw marks around the wrists, tearing and scratching, and it even looks like the straw of the bed has been chewed on for its blood and gore as well. The captain of the guard looks at the party and goes, "Really glad you're here, not gonna lie. We have not been able to do a thing about this. Even one of our own men was taken as well."
What do you suppose it is, Captain?
I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say a vampire. Or something else that is infatuated with blood. I don't know.
Inefficient
Captain.
vampire for sure.
Can you read?
I can read. Yes.
How about you read the clues and figure out it's a dog?
Why don't you read them to me? Kind of going from this loftier British accent, slipping into a bit more of that.
Somebody's a Norfer.
Azilla's gonna take out his quill and his notebook and go, well,
Magic quill.
Somebody's been watching Terraform.
Sticks, magic quill me. I want you to...
I start writing.
300 writing prompts.
And it just spells out.
Vampires drink blood.
Alphas.
I'm gonna put it away and go. Yeah, it's alphas. It's a dog. It's very clearly a dog mauling. The alphas have obviously made their way here. Sorry.
Wouldn't they have just taken the town?
I guess they might be. They have been taking towns.
They're not subtle. The burners have been taking towns. The alphas, while you're in the right area, did attack the Goliaths in the high places. Those would be the peaks. But whoever said that was right. If the alphas came to town, there wouldn't be a town left.
Maybe
They're not subtle creatures.
Maybe the alphas have passed on lycanthropy and not realized it to someone else.
Potentially, it might be a lone wolf. Might be like a splinter group or someone that just left out on their own. I hear they're calling themselves Sigmas now, if it couldn't get any cringier.
Alpha Sigma. I hated that chapter.
All sound like betas, if you ask me.
Amen, brother. Can we be in a fantasy frat?
Yeah, we were.
Okay, that's how we met.
Yeah.
We're in a wizard frat.
Magic frat. Magic frat.
Magic frat. Oh my god. Anyway, good times at college.
Oh man, imagine being a fraternity man. Couldn't be me.
Zaz, what you up to?
I guess I'm gonna crouch down and just kind of
Eat him.
Yeah, just start chewing, just start nibbling. Yeah. No, I'm gonna start like inspecting the wounds.
Roll investigation.
See if it looks familiar to me. That is a impressive 6.
Okay, you're able to ascertain that this is not goblins. The strength is too high.
Well, I guess I am low strength.
You are an outlier, Mr. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength.
I'm 13 base, so
yeah. That's pretty good. The average goblin does not have that kind of strength, though. And this, the bites and the claw marks are too large. But you do not get any evidence aside from that of helping you figure out what might have been. Thank you for the follow, Pasta Lover, and Rocco. And oh my goodness, there's been a bunch of you. I don't know why I missed it.
Enemies of
Underlord,
kind.
Scottish Bean, Lord Master Ziggy. Oh, Ziggy, what's good, G? All right.
Let Luna look at the body.
I don't have control over that.
Oh,
I'm gonna look to Farron.
We all turn
Farron's
to
gonna go
Farron.
look at the body.
You track things.
Roll investigation.
Could I assist and provide the help action so she can make an advantage?
You may.
You said investigation, right?
Blue man. I did.
Yeah.
I got 18.
18.
Let's
Okay. You are the one to discover the poison.
What they doing? The poison that rips your throat out. Oh God.
The poison that was delivered through eye contact.
Eye contact poison.
It's
Did they rub
You
eyes?
can see the corroding and the mottled yellow in the whites of the eyes. That brought it a paralysis. That didn't last long. It clearly struggled. And you also do note the fangs that resemble much like a dog's. The fang marks, much like a dog's.
I know this is very graphic and heavy, and we're looking at a dead guy, but when you said eye contact, I just imagined that he had like contact lenses sitting in their cleaning solution. Someone poisoned it.
He's like,
Oh my god! Get it off!
not like this! Not like this!
I just wanted to see, not die!
What you doing, guys? Come on over to the Twitch stream.
Silly TikTok people.
Silly TikTok people. Good to see you guys. You also note the window has not been tampered with. The door does not look like it was burst open. Everything in the room, aside from the gore and the corpse, seems pretty much untouched. You also note his belongings in a corner that have not been rifled through. Ziggy with a sub. What's good, G? Thank you.
Can Styx roll Arcana to see if he like learned about like creatures that inflict stuff through looking?
That would be a history check of your education.
Dang it, I wanted it to be Arcana, but we'll try it anyways.
Did I also do a history check? Like
Sure, your roll's a bit higher. Mr. didn't pay attention in class and cheated his way through college.
He's smarter than me today.
Ziggy, what in the butt?
May I also make a history check?
Are you educated? In
I mean-
Learned
stuff like this?
man.
You a learned man?
I got magic and wisdom.
Sure.
Are you proficient?
I am proficient in history.
I'm
Okay, yeah,
proficient
then-
in history too.
We're
Go
a
for
bunch
it.
of nerds.
Ziggy
Yeah,
has
like,
gifted
I
all
hope
the
so. I got a
subs.
plus
Oh my
4.
goodness. Hey, Offbeat Outlaw, welcome to the subscription. Welcome to the long shot crew,
Really?
Offbeat. Yeah.
Aw, thanks.
Oh, one of my mods got gifted a sub.
Yeah, let's go. I
got a-
further insert myself into your friend group.
I got a s-
BDBDBDB.
16.
16?
History check. Rolled an 8. Was hoping for higher.
And an 11.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Taco?
9.
All right.
And we dumped today. Stupid today.
What
Look,
did you
it's
get
cold,
off
okay?
beat? Sorry.
I got a 16.
Okay.
8 plus 8 equals 16.
You do recall reading that vampires have a sickening gaze. And that this would align with vampirism. Vampirism.
Does the viciousness of the attack equate to vampirism?
No.
Or is that weird?
That is unusual. How you doing? It's good to see you. Head over to the Twitch stream. Thanks for coming in. You can see all the game I'm playing.
I turn to the rest of the party and I say, while the poisonous eyeballs seem to indicate vampirism, the sheer viciousness of the attack is indicative of otherwise, and I think what we got here is a classic sewer slide. No, just kidding. I think the vampires are working with dogs.
It'd be a vampiric dog.
Potentially, or dire hounds. Or a basilisk, maybe.
Either way, does that tell us how we can catch it, or?
No, I think I've got like a Pokedex entry on what this thing is.
The heck's a Pokedex?
I don't know. I just said it. I'm gonna rifle through his belongings.
You rifle through his belongings and find 10 platinum.
I go.
You were
Well,
also
he's
pointedly
loaded.
rifling through the belongings in front of the captain of the guard.
Hmm?
You were also pointedly rifling through his belongings in front of the captain of the guard, who does kind of watch you. But you do find 10 platinum.
Could I slide a hand of platinum into my pocket
You
without him
can
noticing?
certainly try.
So,
That's a
Captain, what
rough
is your
roll.
favorite book? if you can read.
He is undaunted and continuing to watch. But he
I-
he does say,
If I may.
roll.
No, I'm casting a.
no, not
I'm
you.
used-
Sorry, you go ahead.
I'm going to use my racial suggestion,
Go on.
and I'm
Bippity boppity boo. Turn around.
I'm imagining
I look.
freaking the
Turn
hypno
around.
eyes
Yeah.
from
Jungle
Robin
Book.
Hood.
Jungle Book.
or Jungle Book, yeah.
Oh, I need to see that meme, guys. Please make that happen. Please make that meme. We'll put it on the Instagram if it's funny.
I'll call Dinkles right now.
There it is.
Get Dangles in here.
Get Dangles on
He's
speed dial.
doing well.
I got a 21 to sleight of hand.
Oh man. Okay.
The building is there a second story or
There is not. There is like a netting that a ladder leads up to where you see like boxes and stuff like that for storage, but I wouldn't call that a floor.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna ask him. Can you show me the outside by the window there? I think that is worth investigating.
He gestures. Help yourself.
No, I'm suggesting that he do it.
Oh,
I'm using the
roll
spell.
persuasion. Oh,
No,
thank you.
it's
I
It's
forgot.
my racial
I forgot.
ability.
So what's the mechanic there? What do we do?
He rolls, I believe, wisdom.
Ooh.
Yes. a
Also,
wisdom saving
Taco,
throw.
welcome to the welcome to the Pine Cones. Thank you, Ziggy. And Blue Man, that's the 4th month. Let's go. So I roll wisdom.
Yes.
Oh no. That's a 6.
All right, that is a fail.
So you kind of
So he'll go check out the window outside.
yeah. He goes
For no reason.
It bears a second look, and he kind of
And I
clambers
just
out.
immediately look at Ziller and I'm like,
Ziller has palmed 1. And
then I'll get the rest. Like, I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna say no. The rest is evidence. We need evidence.
We can confiscate it and analyze the evidence.
We'll do that later. We first need to analyze the evidence.
I think he is just looking. I do not believe he is deaf.
He's outside the building and we're whispering.
Shh. How about just look at it, and when he comes back, we'll send him without 9-1. How does that sound?
you find an obscenely purple hat.
An obscenely purple hat.
Obscenely purple hat. The
I really
gaudiest
want to
looking,
wear-
just the worst. Puffy.
5 different shades of purple.
Yeah, with like fake gold inlaid.
I pick up hat.
You pick up the hat. It is kind of moist, kind of wet.
Oh, so not warm.
No.
Mm.
Can I like investigate it or something?
Sure.
$15.
15. This belongs to a nobleman. The fashion is that of a nobleman not from Kjol. You are probably the only one that would know that, not being because you are not from Kjol yourself. So some nobleman traveled here and died. You also find a book.
Ooh. Do.
Hold on. That's 7 gifted subs, Ziggy. My man, you need to slow down, my guy. You're going crazy.
Or don't. I mean,
Yeah, or don't.
I'm not gonna stop you, Ziggy.
No, stop. You crack open the book, I assume. An individual named Volo, sorry, is
Oh,
writing
the purple hat.
a compendium of
Wait,
Oh,
did you just kill
no.
off Volo?
I just killed off Volo.
Also, don't give us the book, man, because then we have an in-game
Oh, no,
weapon
this is-
to
this
stat
is-
block.
What's that?
I said if
The
it's a
in-game.
finished version of Volo's, we have an in-game version to just pull stat blocks.
He has started a new book. He has many.
Okay.
This is of the arcane and the cold. And
Kjol.
from what you can see is that thank you. It's all wrong. It's all garbage. Everything is basically just trying to make him look good. As denizens of Kjol, you are able to ascertain that this is just nonsense. But he did come here trying to ascertain what was killing off the people here. And he is under the opinion that it's that it is a horde of secret cabal shapeshifters.
Very astute.
Midnight, thank you. Appreciate that. That's 3 months. Let's go.
You know, I used to like Volo's book when we read that in Intro to Monsters and Magic, but I think he's kind of fallen off in his academic writing, to be honest.
You start to question. You start to question all that you have read under this individual.
This is worthless.
He is just trying to sell textbooks. He's a shame.
It's terrible. They were so expensive anyway.
I know. He seems like the type of guy to teach the class and then make you buy his book.
Oh my goodness.
Got 9 platinum just in his
If you want
pocket.
to
Of course he's
graduate,
low.
I need a receipt. Farron, what you up to?
Farron's looking around the room to see if there's any other evidence of anything.
Okay. It seems the party is exhausted. All potential information to be found here. You do note the captain of the guard just like looking around outside outside the window.
I'm gonna like knock on the window.
Huh.
You can come back inside now. By the way, this is Volo.
You can read his books, right?
I can definitely read. And he starts tromping back out of view to come back inside. I assume he can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jake.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's completed his task and looking very thoroughly at the window.
When he comes back inside, I go, "Did you find anything at the window outside?"
Not anything we didn't already see, which was pretty much nothing. A lot of people
Excellent.
walk by on this side of the building, so no tracks to be seen. That's aside from, the norm, I guess.
Well, we did ascertain
Always good to be
this
thorough.
individual's identity. They were also traveling with 9 platinum. They are from outside of town. Their name is Volo. They actually wrote a great number of excellent textbooks. on
I
monsters.
know who Volo is. And he pulls out, and then he looks down and goes, "Shame, enlightened, absolute
apparently
genius."
Apparently also very stupid on how ice works, because look at this book. Look at this thing. Read this. He thinks
Inspired.
ice.
Inspired. All right. Well, hand over the 9 platinum, and he pulls out this like corkscrew-looking canister with a key. He goes, "Whatever we put in here will be automatically locked once I close it, and then we'll send it to the Jarl. I don't have a means of opening it."
I reach into my bag and with like tears
So you-
tears welling in my eyes, I go, "I hope the Jarl appreciates this."
Maybe the Jarl will, as you put it in, he goes, "Maybe the Jarl will finally start putting some attention to this, and these poor people can get some sleep in their safe
Hey,
beds." He
or-
closes
or-
it,
Not
and you
your
hear it
job.
lock.
Wait, does he lock it as he does that? Or
Yeah.
can I like stop his hand
He
before he
locks it.
closes it? I go, I was gonna say, you know, maybe a better option would be to give it all to us, and you know, we could take care of this quite handedly, I think. But you know what? We're here anyway. May as well
Oh,
do
Too
it.
late now. Let's move on.
Uh,
Pack it up, guys. Let's go.
Pick it up. Let's go.
We said we'd figure out what it was, not that we'd stay and kill it. What do I look like, Geralt?
Oh, I would love to have his hair.
I know, it's so luscious. I go. I leave and I go to. What's the name of the owner of this place? Of the Goliath
You
lady?
didn't get her name.
Big lady.
I go. Hi, ma'am. What's your name, by the way?
You can call me Sophie.
Ah, well, nice. A pleasure to meet you, Sophie.
Nice to meet you as well.
We think we've ascertained a little bit about these killings. We've learned that a creature capable of a paralytic or poisonous gaze is involved. We've also learned that that somehow a dog, a very large dog, is involved. My initial theories of alphas has not been ruled out, though I do suspect if it is alphas, they have begun working with vampires, which, and I turn back to the party, does line up with the idea that the alphas have recently started becoming more uniform and tactful. Perhaps they have learned of guerrilla warfare. I will be taking questions at the end of class.
She takes some
Okay.
salt and like throws it over one shoulder and starts pouring herself a drink.
It still doesn't explain the cloak and dagger nonsense.
That is true. I'm still unaware of how that could be.
Or
How
why
did it
would
get
they-
in anyway? Whatever
Why
it
would they
was.
kill him? He just writes bad books.
It wasn't just him, it was other villagers too. But
Yeah, but I mean,
It does seem targeted. I'll give Sticks that.
was it ever more than one a night?
Yes.
Like whole families or households?
The first night it was multiple people.
Everyone.
It was a bit of a massacre.
Perhaps with his reputation, they feared that he'd learn the truth.
The second night it was just the one, and then tonight it was again just Volo. He was a pump. He was the worst.
I agree.
you should tell the guard that.
I mean, the guard can't read.
That too.
We're gonna take a quick break. Don't go nowhere. We'll be back
how
shortly.
How long East break?
Couple of minutes.
Okay.
Well, y'all, I'm stumped. Big dog.
Big dog.
Tokyo did it. I cast in large last night on Tokyo, and we went on a murder spree.
Hello.
And we back in this thing.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Ooh,
So-
Hello?
Hello.
Two
Oh, I
things
have a
happen.
button for that.
Two things happen, almost simultaneously. Tokyo, the pupper. Ziggy! You monster! 5 more tier 1 subs. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much.
Ziggy,
Ziggy,
did your
you are
finger slip?
awesome. The next Slim Shady, True Bulldog. What's up, True? Red Core.
Hi, True.
Slim Shady, the commune DM, and Tiny Spud. Please continue. I shall. So, two things. Hey, what's up, Glenn? Good to see you, G. Tokyo kind of snuffles into the room, takes one good whiff of the room in there, and goes, backs away, kind of pulling on the leg of Farron a little bit to pull her out of the room. Gets a hold of her cloak or whatever and starts trying to tug her out of the room. Ziggy! Madman. Good
Anyone
Lord.
have commune with animals?
Yeah.
I do, but it only works on Snack.
Oh my god.
Because we're going to run into a lot of those in this frozen
Wait.
tundra.
I don't
Taco,
even
you-
care about like progressing the story. I just want to talk to Tokyo.
Talk to Tokyo right now.
I didn't learn that spell.
You didn't prepare it?
Never
I don't even know if it's in the
has
book.
Styx regretted so much not being able to talk to animals. Farron, do you have that?
I have beast sense,
Okay.
so I can see through Farron's eyes. Not I can see through Tokyo's eyes.
The look
But
she
also
gave just-
Farron's.
This just in. Her character is actually Tokyo.
Tokyo just has control
Farron
of
is the
Farron.
companion.
Every now and then Farron's like, I mean, I am human. I am also human.
I do human things.
Do you want to go skateboards?
Do you want to go snowboards?
Does detect thoughts work on animals?
I
I think there's a
think there's an intelligence level, so I'm not sure. Go ahead and research that. The other thing that happens is the double doors slam open
Oh, it doesn't speak language.
of the longhouse, and in walk roughly 10 Goliaths, all kind of shouldering large packs and brushing off the snow like it's nothing. Kind of, yeah, all right. And they all kind of go to the fire. One kind of trundles past the party, kind of absently looking over at the group of the party, kind of over the body, and goes, oof, and kind of begins talking to Sophie in Goliath. Sorry, in Giant.
Which
I listen.
You
speak.
listen? Make a perception check.
Do you want me to as well?
Do you speak Giant?
I do.
Then go for it.
All right,
Could I perform the help
Can I
action?
also?
on
You may
Sticks?
not. You also speak Giant. Farron also kind of, well, Farron's a little invested in Tokyo, but she kind of notes the Giant as well and kind of gives a lean to.
What was it?
Can I, like,
Perception?
cut
Yes.
my ears around Styx' ears?
No, you may not. Well, I mean, you may, but it's not going to help at all.
Damn it.
19.
If anything, it just makes them look obvious. 19, okay.
8. I'm rolling like hot garbage tonight.
You are. Which is
I got
surprising
14.
because you're so delightful. What was that, Farron?
14.
Okay. Yeah, you guys get nothing except for Arthalos, who earns himself an insight check, and I'll tell you why. These Goliath do not seem stressed at all. They seem like they're just coming down from the mountains, as if all the Goliath tribes in the high places haven't been wiped out. They seem very just casual, as if nothing has been going horribly, terribly wrong for their people. They are dressed like the tribesmen, and as if they don't know.
Volo was right.
So you said you want insight from me?
That earns you an insight check because it's kind of weird. They should all basically be in mourning and or dead.
Right. Because everyone knows at this point. Like it's,
The word has definitely passed through here. Tokyo
that
continues to try to pull Farron out of the room away from the body.
another 19.
Another 19. All right, yeah. They are younger, and they are armed. Almost a obvious everything is cool. Almost a bravado in their step, as if it's not rehearsed, but definitely a show of we are
So if I-
also people. We're friends. Everything's fine.
Volo
were
was
like-
right.
So if I were like, all your people are dead, they would just break down.
That's you don't know.
Push me
I-
to the edge.
Sophie seems a little unsure of the situation, but kind of is just doing her job as innkeeper to buy the the hides that they've brought down, and as well as it begins selling them supplies and the like, and start passing some gossip. She does not mention anything in particular, though. Just kind of starts talking about the issues that they're having in town.
Can I note that these Goliaths should be dead, and therefore can it cause me to like go up to them and question them potentially?
I'm gonna leave it to Arthalos. He's kind of earned that.
I'm gonna go over. And like, excuse me.
Yes. Hello.
Real quick, is the is it in the high places? Is that where they're at? Have you just come from the high places? What news?
Yes, we
Is
just
there?
came down. We've been traveling long and made many stops along the way. We often come down from the mountains, and we trade in what we have and get news. Is there something I can help you with?
How long has it been since you set up from the high places?
We've just come down.
How long does that journey take usually? Is that like?
We'll spend a few months traveling from tribe to tribe.
Goliath sus, vote him out.
Offbeat, Ziller, kind of reading where Arthlos is going with this. Step up. Also kind of lays into the conversation.
I go, hi, I see you met my good friend here.
Yes, he has curious eyes.
Yeah, he got kicked in the forehead by a horse when he was younger.
Does the
Look, we're currently investigating the town as a whole. You see, we've been sent by Twice Hume.
Yes, Sophie was telling us. Oh, is that one of your Jarls?
Yes, it is one of our Jarls. And as such, it is customary for all newcomers to be subjected to a detect thoughts by myself.
It's crap.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, pretty darn.
I'm good.
We've come down from the high places multiple times into this town.
Well, this is a new order.
You just said yourself you haven't been here in months.
I thought you said it was customary.
Customary since I've been here.
You do not have my permission.
How many?
Why not?
There are 10 of
Doesn't
them. Right?
matter. You can't resist it.
What's that?
I'm like,
Jake, sorry.
There are 10 of them.
Yes.
I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna say, this will happen regardless of whether or not you give me my permission. If you would like this to not happen, you have my express argument and my most sincere decree to leave. You have 1 second. 1. I cast detect thoughts.
Okay. That is as you visibly cast detect thoughts. I roll question mark.
So I immediately learn all surface level thoughts immediately. They can't resist that one. And then I will also be probing deeper, which he will have to make a, I believe it is a wisdom.
Yeah, I think it's wisdom.
Yes, wisdom saving throw as well.
Okay. Give me a second.
If they try to touch my boy, I'm blowing the building up.
Not if I blow it up first.
Promises.
Can I blow it up so I can at least shield us all from it, or how's that?
The Goliath warrior, the surface thoughts, persist
This bit.
primarily of why is this dainty little human stepping up to me? This doesn't make any sense. He's beginning to. First of all, he's pissed. The clear and obvious thing is that he is already lined up that he's gonna wipe the floor with you, and fully believes that he can.
Not Ziller.
But you also can tell he has not been spending months with the tribes. He's gonna go ahead and make that wisdom save. That's what does he have to make? He rolled a 19.
He has to make an 18.
Ooh.
He does not get your surface thoughts. He is now going to deck you. Well, he's gonna try to.
I'm
Let's roll for
blowing
initiative.
up the building.
We're rolling for initiative.
Okay.
going right into combat.
10 dudes can find space. Whoa. What will they cast?
They're all sitting at a table together.
No,
What?
the 9 of them are by the hearth, which is on the
Going up the
opposite
knife.
side of the room, and
None of them
next
are
to the
together
drunk
by the
passed
hearth.
out guy. The other one is with you by the bar and Sophie.
That isn't a 7 to my.
Give me just a second. Let me get that combat music going. All right. Bonk.
Do we think the 9 will come to help? I could
Sure
just
they
shrink
will.
the Goliath. I'll blow him up.
Okay, this pen's crap. That one's
I was
good.
gonna say, like, do we really want to blow up what's left of the Goliath? But I'm evil, so whatever. I don't care.
Goliaths
Don't
are
care, don't
stereotypically
care. I
lawful
don't care.
good.
It's true.
Okay.
I've rolled above 10 once tonight,
Oof.
including
rolling good
like
in
not for
combat.
anything. All right, let's see which one of you is getting used. Time
Excuse
for the
me.
Dice Olympics.
Diller is currently operating under the assumption that this is in fact a body snatcher. So this is for his own moral ethics. This is not important information otherwise.
I just rolled every D20 I own.
Who
The
won?
highest roll was a 12.
You've got bad
Hey,
juju tonight.
That's the one.
That's the one then. That's the
They
All
all
right.
said nah,
What we
except
get for
that one. I was like,
initiative?
maybe.
12.
12
Tavern.
initiative.
9.
Okay.
6.
We were
Okay,
all just, like,
guys,
sleeping.
guys.
I'm blowing all of
Taco's-
us up.
Taco's name is Sticks. Okay, so I have Zaz, Sticks. What else we got?
12 for me.
Okay,
Arthur lost.
I've got 9 for Farron.
okay.
Look at us.
Yame says I thought there was only one evil alignment. We're kind of evil adjacent.
Yeah, I did. I
I am not. I'm very
Me
not.
neither.
I'm evil adjacent. I've got an evil knife. Don't make deals with knives, guys. What do you got there? A knife! No!
Okay,
How
I've
big
got
is the room?
Sticks, Ziller, Farron, Zaz. Who am I missing? Arthlos. What'd you get?
Arthlos. 12.
12. Thank you. And Zaz, you got a 13.
A 12.
Oh, my beat. Okay. So, the Goliath in front, who is before you. Well, first, the one by the fire goes, "Oi!" And he's gonna heft his great axe. And he's gonna charge, crossing the distance, and attempt to plop Ziller in the back with a crit fail. So he's gonna bring it down on the bar, and it's gonna just wedge itself deep into the bar, and he's gonna go. The Goliath before you, who you tried to read his mind, he's gonna pull his javelin and try to gut you. Your AC is.
Could I say that as I cast Detect Thoughts as a bonus, it's his bonus action that I entered into my Blade Song?
No, you didn't specify. Sorry.
All right, that's fair. My AC is 10.
Oh God. He hits you with his. Yeah, he hits you with an 18. Pulls out a javelin, doing 10 piercing damage. He kind of shoves it into your gut.
Oh, I'm so mad. I'm gonna hit him with a Hellish Rebuke.
All right, you hit him with a Hellish Rebuke. I roll, I believe. Remind me on Hellish Rebuke.
Let me get out my handy dandy sheet that has all of my stuff out ready here for you. You point your finger. The creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by fire. The creature must make a Dex saving throw. It takes 2d10 on a failed save. But I'm casting a second level, so it will be taking 3d10.
He rolled a 7.
All right, he fails this one. He's taking full damage.
Okay.
That is a delightful 20 fire damage.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage. He is suddenly just as you rebuke him with infernal.
I go, do not touch me, witch, for I was there before you were born. That's from Shakespeare.
Okay. One is going to go to the double doors, and he's gonna close them, take a bench, and just and turn around and go. The other one is gonna cross the room to the far side, kind of get up behind one of the pillars, taking half cover from the party, and throws javelin at Ziller. Rolls a crit fail and buries it in the back of the one who's got his axe embedded in the bar and goes.
I've got 10 AC and I've dodged 2 attacks.
And that one is going to take 6 piercing damage in the booty. That leaves one more who also takes half cover behind a pillar, throws his javelin, and hits you. You take 4 piercing damage. All right, Zaz is up first with Arthlos on deck.
What's your dex?
5. All right. So, I will move towards the kind of the back line.
Okay.
Dudes that were towards the hearth.
You kind of, yeah. Do you want to go with the ones by the pillars or the ones that are still clustered by the hearth?
We'll do pillars first.
Okay, so you kind of hit the side, and and they're no longer hidden from you, and you start
Yeah.
charging
So
down that way along the doors.
I will go ahead and enter rage. And swing
Swing it.
with my wicked goblin-y looking scimitar.
Yes. Think of an Urukai's cleaver.
All right, first swing is a 27.
Oh, that
to
very
hit.
much hits. They have hide armor.
And the second swing is also 27 to hit.
Both hit.
Excellent. Ugh. All right. Plus.
Noted offbeat.
I just remembered.
No worries, no worries.
I don't think it would have made a difference though. So.
I rolled, I think, at a 12. I don't remember.
On the one that hit, it was like an 18.
Yeah, that one. That was the first javelin that I got
That's right.
stabbed with.
That's right.
All right. So that will be 26 damage.
26 damage, piercing, slashing.
Slashing.
Okay. Very good.
We just wanted to ask some questions.
You wanted to burrow. Ziller wanted to burrow into a individual's mind who turned out to be shady. So this is not a far
Yeah, no, it's
reach.
fair. That was more for the barkeep's
Oh, got you. Arthlos.
benefit, and maybe the guard if he's there.
So, how many are still by the hearth?
Ooh, good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's also a drunk dude passed out next to the fire, which I know you don't care about. But for the record, he will not be making a dex save as he is incapacitated.
Yeah, and I don't see myself wasting sorcery points on some guy I don't care about. None of the rest of the party is.
Most of the party, is by the door, which is up by the bar, maybe 10 feet.
All right, so I can just push it to where it won't hit us, and it'll just.
Absolutely.
Get them.
This is the
All right.
far side, by the front door where the hearth is. And of course, there's tables and chairs and rugs and pillars.
More things to burn and keep me warm.
Oh, nice.
For the fireball.
For the
Let's
fireball, baby.
go. Offbeat, you should curl the mustache, my dude.
Okay, here's the thing. This is a little bit of a story, but I played a character in university with
Okay.
a curly mustache like that, and it scarred me. He just looked I look so evil. I look like Snidely Whiplash. It's
That's amazing.
horrifying.
I'm rolling deck saves for all these 5 boys. I don't. That's not.
How many of them
good.
are in melee with us?
2. You are by the door.
Where? We're the 2 that. Anyways, never mind. Sorry.
Oh, I can. Sorry. 1 succeeds on that fireball deck save.
Half of 32 for him.
Oof.
2 more coming.
Not be, because I don't do numbers.
Okay.
How many are still alive?
All of them.
All right. There are some that are within 5 feet of each other.
Oh, I'm sorry. The drunkard is dead.
Well, like we've already established, I don't care about him. So, the other 2, there are some that are 5 feet apart.
Yes, the ones that haven't been able to take an action and are still clustered around the fire.
I shall toll the dead
Okay.
using
Bong.
a sorcery point to make it a bonus action.
Okay. And
So-
that's on one of them, I believe. Correct.
Yeah.
It would be,
Okay.
Oh.
except me, with my Death Cleric tastiness, it bounces to the one of them that's within 5 feet.
Just the
So
one.
it will hit, just one. It'll hit 2
Okay.
people.
It's a wisdom save. One got a 19. The other one got a 13.
Is it wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My app doesn't show what the saving throw is, so okay. So what was it? A 19 and a what?
13.
Yeah, a 19 and a 13.
Okay. One of them will take the damage.
The damage. Are you going for the ones that took the most damage from the fireball, I would assume?
Yeah, I guess so. Try to finish off these hooligans. Where is my other D12? There you are. $15 necrotic damage.
15 necrotic damage. Like a cavity blossoming over his body. He just recoils. Alright, and Farron, let me paint you the picture. So we've got a giant old rectangle of a longhouse. On one side of the rectangle is the double doors. 10 feet from that is the hearth, where all of those boys are currently getting their butts handed to them. 20 feet down the way of pillars and tables and chairs, rugs and the like, is the door that you and most of the party is clustered by. And then 10 feet past that is the bar, where Ziller is.
Did you say that one of them was taking, like, they were hiding?
Yes, 2 of them have taken half cover across the way from the fire, so by the door.
Like they're cowering or like
No,
they're.
like they posted up and they threw javelins.
Got you.
Okay,
And then Ziller
so...
and then Zaz just.
You're fine. Farron is going to draw her storm bow.
Okay.
And using she's gonna summon one of her seeking arrows
Okay.
and fire at one of the ones taking cover.
Okay. Shoot your shot, or do I make a deck save? How does that work?
Yeah. If I hit, you have to do a dex save of 13, or it gets an extra force damage.
Okay.
yeah.
So first you shoot then. It sounds like. Is that incorrect?
That's correct.
Okay. So roll to hit.
I dropped my dice.
One of us had to do it. It's usually
15.
me. 15?
15.
15 hits. And he rolled a dirty 20 on his dex save, so the additional force damage is not going to be there. But it does like zip around the cover and just blindside him. Roll your damage.
10.
10 damage. This is also the one that was focused by Zaz, and he goes down. He has a moment of he like has turned to face the goblin with the gauntlets of ogre strength, and then watches the arcane bolt zip around and just takes him in the forehead, and he just hits dirt, and he is gone to this world. Bonus action or any movement speed you would like to do anything with?
No.
Okay, which brings us to the Goliath. The Goliath that has both been exploded with a fireball and has taken the necrotic damage. He's not looking so hot, but he is going to charge towards the party as he gets in range of the Furbolg and the Pureblood. He is going to attack the Pureblood, rolling a 22 to hit with his great axe.
I assume he's not passing by me.
He is not. You would be to the right of him. You take 10 slashing. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I rolled the wrong thing. Yeah, you still take 10 slashing damage from the great axe, Arthalos. He's gonna swing again. And he's gonna miss. That's one. The next one is gonna go for Ziller, and he's gonna crit. Ziller, you feel a great axe embedded in your shoulder. You're gonna take +4. You are going to take 19 slashing damage. The next one is gonna come for Zaz. AC for Zaz being a whopping 18. The first one connects, the second one does not. No, now I dropped a dice. It's an official long shot episode now. That is a...
So, like, how's your HP?
I've got 48 HP left.
You take 14 damage, Zaz.
Sort of.
Sort of. Yeah, you're enraged, so you take half. Or do you take a quarter?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's coming.
Okay.
It's in the build notes. It's just not quite.
Okay, that's that one. One is going to take half cover behind another pillar on the 2 back from the goblin, and throw a javelin at the ranger. And ranger's AC being 13, it misses, and it kind of flies into the room and embeds itself in Volo, the corpse of the Volo's corpse. And it is now Stick's turn.
How many of them? How many of them are like in melee with us now?
Including the
guy who started the fight.
Okay, so there are 2 on you,
Okay.
on Arthalos specifically, and there are 3 by the bar. That's all
Okay.
within a 15-foot circle.
And then how many are there left at the back? Are there any left at the back?
There are 4.
Hmm.
Only 1 has died so far.
Could I? Is it possible to like finagle the placement of the spell to where I, in a 20-foot cube, just like put the boys on the Goliaths on the edge of that? Or would I be hitting
You can
friendlies
hit.
as well?
Yeah, if you want to focus the ones before Arthalos, you can do that. Not the ones by the bar, because that would include Ziller. They're all kind of surrounding Ziller.
Ziller, how you feeling dexterous?
No.
Okay, then I won't do that.
I haven't started my interpretive dance yet. I'll do that on my turn.
I am not yet the shimmy man.
Okay. I'm going to do a lot of stuff. So first, I can't say that because it's Feffers stream, but I'm gonna ooh up the room with some tentacles.
Tentacles begin sliding out from the ethereal.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast the Vard's Black Tentacles on the homies in the far back.
Okay.
So I need that's a 20-foot square. It's difficult terrain back there now. And
The
then at
ones
the
that
start
are
of their
by
turn,
the hearth or the ones on Arthalos?
the ones by the hearth.
Okay.
And then how many
That's a
were
group
around
of,
Ziller?
That's a group of 4. There are
Okay.
3 around Ziller.
Okay, cool. So do that. And then they make their saves at the start of their turn.
Okay.
Or wait, when a creature enters the affected area, so when it pops up,
Okay.
they enter it. So I need a 17 dex from all of them.
Only 1 succeeds.
Okay, the ones that failed take 3d6.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, a whole
Tentacles from the
3d6
void.
A whole 3d6 bludgeoning damage. They take 10 damage and are restrained.
Okay, 1 dies.
Okay, cool. Do I have a bonus action spell? No, I don't. Okay, now, with no
Muffled
regard
screaming.
for opportunity attacks. Oh wait, is this a bonus action? As a bonus action, I'm going to turn invisible.
You
I am now going to action surge.
so many tentacles in the chat. Okay, action surge. Let's go.
And then I'm going
Would
to.
there be a second bonus action? Oh, you can just
Oh,
pop
wait, is it a
action
bonus
surge.
action?
You can just pop
You
action
don't-
No,
surge.
yeah, you just
I'm
pop
sorry.
it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna run over to Ziller.
Okay.
Don't care about opportunity attacks. And I'm gonna grab him
Yep.
on his wrist. I hope he feels willing. I'm gonna cast Thunderstep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna bamp him and me to the back of the room, and then those 3 need to make con saves.
Those 3?
Yeah, we're gonna go back to the door like where I was. So
They
he
all
can
fail.
Get his stuff together. Okay, that's 3d10 thunder damage. Yeah!
Literally brought the thunder.
9 plus 7, 13 thunder damage. And then me and Ziller are out of there,
Okay.
if he's willing.
And
I'm
by
willing.
out of there, so
Okay.
you're by the corpse that is Volo, or you're by the double doors where everyone's restrained?
Back to wherever I started, like in
Okay,
my
so
little
you're back
pocket
by
of
the-
screening.
Okay, yeah. So you're back by, the yes. You've returned to the party essentially. You're back by Arthalos and Farron.
Yep.
Okay.
And then that's my turn.
All right. Ziller.
Alrighty.
The 3 around you are all like clutching their ears from the concussion. Or no, sorry, you're back by with the party. But the 3 that are by the bar where you were, are all like concussed essentially.
Good. I'm going to, as my bonus action, activate my Blade Song.
Just a second, my guy. Let's see who gets that point of inspiration. That is going to Offbeat. Offbeat gets inspiration for the night. 1 point of inspiration, and let's see who gets that 2nd level spell slot.
Well, the redeemed inspiration was the higher one that's not random, but
Oh, you're right. Who's it
I don't
gonna
know if
be?
he's
We
still-
need to. Okay, so continue until
Both-
someone
both-
specifies who gets
both
what.
both the taco.
Both to taco. Thank you.
Hi,
everything.
let's go.
Let's go. So you get a 2nd level spell slot, and you have a point of inspiration. Sorry, Offbeat.
Word.
No problem. Alrighty. How many are left?
How many are left? Let's see. There's the 3 by the bar. There are 3 restrained boyos. One is 2 of which have half cover behind pillars, and the last one is just by the hearth.
Well, one of which has half cover. The other one is dead, right?
Thank you. Yes, the remaining one is up in front of Arthlos.
Okay, in that case, looks like we got a little. How close are they all looking to death?
They're not looking super good. I'm not gonna lie to you. The ones in the worst condition are currently restrained by creepy tentacle boys, danger noodles, as it were.
Well, I am going to activate my blade song anyway. The 3 by the bar, are they looking good, or
They're not looking great, but they're doing better. Also, Arthalos gets 1d20 HP back to be rolled at his discretion.
I'm just gonna then run up to
one
of the restrained ones with my blade, and I'm going to use my signature combo, Stabby Blasty Blast.
Okay.
So that first hit.
And they are restrained, so physical attacks, I believe, are at advantage.
Actually, attack rolls have advantage.
Yeah, and they have disadvantage on their attacks.
So that would be a 17 to hit for the sword.
17 hits.
Dope. This is a D8 plus. So that's 10 magical slashing.
10 magical slashing. Okay.
And now time for Blasty Blast on this.
Blasty Blast.
That is 1 critical hit.
1 crit. Very good.
And then a 21 to hit.
Good lord. Is that the first crit? Is that the first crit from the party so far?
There's the one in the room
Yeah.
by Farron.
That's right. That's right.
Or no. That was by looking at the rock.
The crystal thing.
Very good. How much damage are you looking at, Outlaw?
That is 23 force damage.
23 force damage. That boy keels over in not a single piece.
Actually, it'd be 31 force damage.
You just, so you do the stabby stab, and then you up into him, just flings apart, spraying across the wall. I believe you have one more boom left in the.
Nope, that's
My
it.
apologies.
I had rolled both my Eldritch Blasts at once.
All right.
So it's technically 1 spell.
The
That's me.
captain of the guard. He is going to produce a horn and blow it. The rest of the guards begin charging forward and attempting to take down grapple down the remaining of the Goliaths.
This is on our side.
Okay, all but one is restrained, which is saying something, actually.
Grappled or restrained?
Grappled.
Grappled.
Brought to the ground, and
Grappled and prone.
grappled and prone. Thank you. The last one shrugs off the captain of the guard, the one that you tried to probe's mind. Which brings us... One succeeds in breaking out of said guard. Alright. The rest do not. And we go to Zaz. So there are 2 before you. Who are not only wrapped up in nasty tentacles, but grappled to the ground and pinned under guards. The only one who is still free to move about is by the bar.
All right, then that's where I'll be.
Okay, you charge.
Is he? Well, no. Okay, yeah. What all is immediately surrounding he and I?
Sophie, and the captain of the guard who has been repelled. Sophie is on the other side of the bar.
Would you count him an ally?
The guard? I would.
Excellent. I'll swing twice.
Sophie, probably not so much.
Though, I guess I'll declare it non-lethal.
Okay.
I'll also do reckless attack.
Okay.
For the round.
Recklessly, but non-lethal.
Okay, so this is just the first attack. Okay.
Recklessly bonk.
All right, so the first swing is 23 to hit. Actually,
Hits.
yeah, 23 to hit.
That hits.
The second swing is 25 to hit.
Also
No,
hit.
sorry. 27 to hit.
Yeah, mhm.
All right.
You just got hide armor on.
All right. 15 29 damage.
29 damage. You watch on the second swing as he activates his stone's endurance, and he's gonna negate 1d12 plus 3 of that damage. He negates 4 damage. And you watch as that second one, he kind of like forms a bit of like stone, and you just go right through it. And he drops. Dead boyo.
Well,
It was non-lethal.
Sleepy
Unconscious.
Oh,
boy.
my apologies. He and all right.
He's all tuckered out.
You're all out.
So sleepy.
Arthalos. With Farron on
Alright.
deck.
So we're all grouped together, so there's still.
There's one
Where
before
there- how
you,
many
but
res-
he is restrained.
And the guards have all but 2? Or
No,
1
they
now?
have them all now. So the fight essentially is rounding a corner, but you can keep tacking if you wish.
All right. So how many are down? 4, 5,
6 are down.
6 are down. Well. Don't really want to blow any more people up right now.
You not in the mood?
Because, well, the guard's not attacking us, and I would think it better to keep it that way.
Yeah, that's probably true.
How are they all looking? Are they- a lot of them are
Not
pretty toasty
great.
From
One of them's okay. One of them is not too bad. The one who the third one to come up, and he's only taken damage. The third one to attack Ziller, he's only taken damage from the thunder damage.
I'm gonna walk up to him
Okay.
and like kneel down next to him. Tell the rest to lay down their weapons. No more blood need be spilt.
Roll persuasion. Unless you're doing your snaky thing.
I can only do that once per day, I think, or per long rest or something like that. Yeah, once per long rest.
Once in your life and you wasted it telling someone to go outside.
Yeah, when I didn't even need to. I should have saved it and been like, actually, why don't you just give us the gold instead of sending it to the Jarl? And then that would have been way better, but. Persuasion, I think, is decent. Oh, yeah, that's a +8. 18.
18. He barks out in giant, and they all stop struggling. They know when the fight's over, and this is very much the case. The guard, the captain of the guard, begins barking orders. Out! Everyone out! And then he turns to he turns to you guys, and then is quickly just yoinked from across the bar and pulled by Sophie, and she goes, "You're just gonna let them tear up my longhouse? They're named ones!" And they begin arguing. He shrugs himself off. They start yelling at each other, and she turns and looks over at especially Arthalos, and she goes, "Get out now!"
I'm not dropping concentration on Avard's black tentacles, by the way.
Okay. Are they continuing to take damage?
Yeah, 3d6 every 6 seconds if they're restrained.
Yeah,
and
they're
then the
dead
guy...
now.
Okay, cool.
I'm going
I'm
to
leaving the tentacles.
I'm going to reach into my bag and I'm gonna pull out the chunk. And I'm gonna hand it to Sophie.
She kind of looks at you, looks at it, snatches it. Out!
Apologies, ma'am.
We didn't start that fight. We just finished it.
Oh, I started it.
The last.
And the party.
And then I like my payment from my room that I will not be receiving.
She kind of squints at you.
I just glare back at her
Yeah,
with my
takes
snake
it and
eyes.
just tosses it at you. Pretty, not so hard that she's like whipping it at you. She's just, and you kind of catch it.
All right, let's see who's under this Scooby-Doo mask of a Goliath.
And we will get to that at the beginning of next episode.
Okay.
Sophie's establishment might not stand much longer.
Yeah, the place is taking a few beatings.
Oh, I'm sure I can
No.
do a few things to it.
No, only I destroy establishments.
We can do it together.
Burn it all. Burn it all.
Guys, thank you for tuning in. This has been Longshot RPG Season 3, Episode 2 of Kjol.